Hello. Thank you for watching my video, and welcome to Spontaneous Simulation Sundays, a series where we play a Sims-like game that is not The Sims 4. During our last adventure in medieval Dynasty, we found out what happened to the rye shipment, and this time we are going to visit Samber, who can tell us a little bit more about our Uncle Lorden. Unigast is busy solving a murder.
I'm Detective Brenda Lee Johnson. There's been a murder backstage.
No one gets through the door.
So we will check back with him later, too. Let's dive in. All right, let's go. I forgot how to play suddenly again. Let's go visit Let's go visit our dude. I think his name is Samber. Samber, I was right. I was like, I don't remember this guy's name. Was he like Samuel Tarley? I think if we go to the Mapiroo, he is up here. He's this little exclamation point. So we're going to follow that. And they made it sound like he wasn't too charming of a dude, but let's find out. I feel like my guy is slogging along like it's a Monday and he thought it was a Friday. Hey, maybe it's just me. Maybe I just expect there to be speed. I've had like 2 cups of coffee. I've had like 3 black teas. And so now I'm just like, let's go. Right now we're just on a simple mission. I don't feel like this guy's gonna... The wolf? I don't like the wolf. We're gonna avoid wolves. Which is perfect. That's basically what we're doing. We're just avoiding a wolf. Good, a crow. We can handle crows. We're strong and beefy. We can handle the crow. Hello? Okay. Whew. Okay, I feel like this is where this dude's supposed to be. I'm gonna put away my weapon so that he knows I come in peace. Ooh, what's this? Oh, I don't want to steal. Hello? Can I just, Oh, shit, sorry. It's awkward if someone... Hello? Okay. Hi! Alright, so he says, I think you're lost, boy. And then Rakmir says, sorry, I didn't mean to wait a second. Look me in the eye and stop shivering for crying out loud. Huh? Black and blue? You're Lorden's family, aren't you? Yes, my name's Rakmir. You must be Samber, then. How do you know that? Well, I was talking with Unigast. He told me that you were part of the Reminders as well. Part of what now? The pack? The one with Unigast and Lorden. I've never heard this idiotic name in my life. Oh, sorry. Maybe I've made a mistake. We were called the Undying Fist. Stop it. The I'm gonna say, oh my, that's so much worse. Whatever, what do you know? What are you, like 12? Normally I would argue with you about that, but I'm afraid you'll kick the bucket during this dispute, old man. Oh, there is something I would kick for sure, so smart choice, Snot. Anyway, I would love to hear some stories about my uncle and the pack's adventures together. That's an amazing coincidence because I would love to spend my time telling you the old tales by the crackling fire. Oh my, really? Come on, Rakmir. Get your shit together. No, of course not. He's obviously being sarcastic. No, leave my property and forget where it is. Oh, come on. I will only just take a moment, really. Just tell me. What was my uncle like? How did you become part of the Undying Fist? And what did you do exactly as the pack? You don't know what we did? Unigast didn't get to that part yet. All right. But be quiet and try to be less annoying. Where should I begin? Right. It all started when Lorden left his home. He was 18 at the time, if I remember correctly. That clever bastard was always too big of a fish for his birthplace, and he knew that. Left as soon as he could. But cleverness at such a young age always means 2 things, being arrogant and hot-headed. His plan was to set out on a big adventure. That's it. Pretty detailed, huh? A path like that is paved with skeletons of young idiots, but none of them was Lorden, either way. He was wandering for days. Days soon turned into weeks, and his rations into dust. He was useless as a hunter, back then at least, so berries and mushrooms was all he could get. So obviously, he needed some coins. He came across a manor with with orchards so vast that they seemed like an ocean. Lorden managed to find some work there. A week of backbreaking labor had passed. His hands were covered in blisters, skin red from the scorching sun, knees pulsating from pain. I must say, you're really an amazing storyteller. I wasn't expecting that. Shut up. Do you want me to finish? Where was I? Oh, right. He was exhausted from all the strenuous work he's done. Went to the lord of the manor with a smile on his face to collect the payment. His stomach was already full with fantasies of all the delicious treats he was dreaming of buying, and all of that was ruined by the hand of the lord holding a couple of lousy coins. Lorden was furious. That was merely a fraction of pay he was supposed to acquire. He started shouting at the lord, demanding justice. Peasants were just files. Flies? Okay, just kidding. Files. They were just files of the lord. Oh god. Any of you working 9 to 5s, do you feel like files of the lords that you serve? Okay, it's okay. Just an existential crisis happening. Peasants were just flies to the lord, disgusting, replaceable insects. And what do you do with a fly which buzzes too loudly? Both of the lord's palms struck Lorden's ears with the strength of an ox. Oh, that sounds so painful. Lorden fell to the ground stunned, and the lord's guards threw him out of the manor like garbage, stealing that few pathetic coins while doing so, if I may add. It wasn't until evening when Lorden regained his hearing, and with it came a fervent thought of revenge. Your uncle was quite a capable fighter when I met him 10 years later, but he wasn't back then. He knew the guard would massacre him if he only came close. So he needed to find another way to fulfill his vengeance. Lorden was always ambitious, but that hatred fueled him like nothing before. Rekmir says, and what happened next? What came later was me becoming bored of this conversation. Go away. No way, you can't leave me like this. I can do whatever I want. Scram, I have things to do. What things? I'll do them for you. I'll do anything you want. Just please tell me the whole story. Damn, you're annoying. No, I'm not. See, what an annoying thing to say. Okay, you can help me. Seems I won't get rid of you any other way. Just say what needs to be done. You won't regret it. Here, grab this shovel. It's a piece of crap, but it will do. There are clay deposits behind my house. Go there and dig up some clay for me. On it, boss. Okay, so we need to dig up clay deposits. We need to dig up 2, and it says we need 5 clay. Hey, Shovel, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Yvonne?
All right, let's go dig up some clay deposits, which seems abnormal. What do you can use clay for? There must be a use. Okay, so they were behind his house. Oh my god, there's like these cute little figurines. Maybe we can sell it. That's adorable. Why are there all these like cute little deer figurines? We're not going to have any room for clay. I'm just filling our... Wait, how far do these go? There's so many. Okay, we'll focus. Focus, D. We dug up 5 clay, but it's asking us to dig up some more, so we'll just do that super speed like. You're carrying too much. Honestly, the story of our lives. Deliver to Sambor 5 clay. Okay. Hey, bud. Got your clay for ya. Here's all the clay you wanted. Will you finish the story now? All right. So, as I've already said, Lorden wasn't much of a fighter back then. He didn't have any money nor connections, but he had one thing, an unusual ability. You see, from an early age, Lorden was an exceptionally good liar. No sweaty palms, no voice cracks, no tells really. Calm, steady breaths, eye contact held all the way. He eventually managed to handle any kind of pressure, even in the craziest of situations, but it wasn't that at first. He felt no pressure lying, no stress at all. It was as natural for him as breathing. He had absolutely no remorse. Great. Sounds like a good guy. He came up with a plan so immensely moronic and unrealistic that it's really hard to believe that it worked so perfectly. At first, he convinced the nearby town's tailor to sew him a whole set of clothes, worthy of most wealthy noblemen. The finest of fabrics, silken threads, you name it, horrendously expensive. So, how did he manage to afford it, you may ask? It's simple. He didn't pay for it. So he stole it. I said no such thing. Lorden wasn't a thief, not in the traditional meaning of the word at least. Apart from that, did I finish the damn story? Ahem. While wearing his new clothes, he traveled to the castle of the king of that realm and entered it. So Ragnar says, okay. Now I know that you're making this all up. That's simply impossible. Haha. You're absolutely right, it is. It's mad to even consider trying to pull that off, but Lorden, he just walked straight in. I don't blame you for doubting me. Damn, I would have been first to doubt a thing like that, if I didn't see him doing it hundreds of times later with my own eyes. Anyway, he walked right into the castle, and once he was there, he followed through with his plan. Ragnar says, which was? Betting his wife. Oh gosh, whose wife? The king's. The king's wife. So let me get this straight. The plan was to get into the castle and lay with the queen. Samber says, indeed. Exactly that. You were right. That is the most absurdly idiotic plan I've ever heard of. I told you, but it worked like a charm. I still don't get it. What worked? What has he accomplished by that? After lovemaking, he dressed up, deliberately leaving his undergarments on the bedside, and told the queen he'll be right back with some refreshments. Then he went to one of the king's guards and told him that he was the queen. He was with the and he told him that he saw the queen with company of a strange man sneaking into one of the chambers. The guard rushed in and witnessed the queen naked in bed with a man's clothes right next to her. As a loyal servant, the guard reported on the matter directly to the king himself, who, as you can probably imagine, became furious to say the least. He couldn't really punish his wife. That would be bad for his reputation, but he could pursue her lover. Unfortunately for him, at this point, Lorden was long gone from the castle, riding a beautiful bay mare he borrowed from the stable into the sunset. I still don't get it. You see, the king didn't catch the filthy seducer, but it didn't mean he couldn't track him down and find him. To do so, the only track he could follow was the one thing that Lorden left behind, except his undergarments and a pleasurable memory for the queen, his name. Not his real name, of course. The name he used when introducing himself to the queen was the Lord of Orchards. Precisely. Now you get it. I'm going to say, didn't that get the Lord hanged? That seems pretty extreme. He didn't get killed. That wouldn't be in Lorden's style. The queen begged for his wife to be spared, so the king threw him in the dungeon, where he spent all the days he had left. Lorden was amazing. All that, with the power of his wits and speech, he surely showed the Lord that he shouldn't have wronged him. Don't get the wrong idea about his reasons. Lorden didn't get through all of that just because of what the Lord did to him. You see, the Lord was cruel, merciless brute. He mistreated all of his subjects, killed for fun, raped for sport. People used to call him Laundryman. Because of one of his habits was drowning his bastards in the lake right after birth like unwanted kittens. Yikes. Lorden needed to stop him, and he did, but that's not the end of the story. After the Lord's capture, someone had to take his place. He didn't have any rightful successors, but then, with just an uncannily perfect timing, came a distant cousin of the Lord's, a charming young man with 2 different eyes. You have to be kidding me. He easily acquired all possessions of his sentenced relative, but Lorden didn't want any of that, not for himself. He took only 3 bags of coins from the treasury and left everything else in the hands of the peasants. They were elated. He is still probably worshipped there. I can tell you that. Oh, and one more thing. Why 3 bags, you might ask? That's easy. One of the tailor, another one for the stableman he took the horse from, and the last one for himself, with the exact amount of coins he was rightfully supposed to earn for his work at the orchard. I told you, Lorden wasn't a thief, and that was it. He mounted his beautiful mare and left the realm, continuing his adventures. At least that's the story he used to tell us, so nothing of that may be true at all. Haha. But that's just how it was with Lorden. I can't believe that you're talking about my uncle. My mother used to portray him as a simple merchant, successful but mortal. Yeah, I was wondering if he actually was mortal many times. Well, now we know. But wait, you didn't tell me what was the purpose of the Undying Fist. Oh, I thought it would be obvious now. On the day Lorden's mission was born, He knew that the spoiled, rotten elites like that were scattered all around the world, draining life and dignity from the hardworking, simple folk, and that he was capable of stopping them, to some extent at least. So that's exactly what he started doing, overthrowing corrupted lords and giving back to the community. He sounds like a hero, a true hero. Well, it wasn't like that. I mean, yeah, I guess you could say that. So how did he join the pack? Lorden was working solo until he met Unigast. That rat's agile fingers would work where Lorden's tongue didn't, and then they needed someone with other talents they were lacking, like strength, manliness, bravery, independence, gallantry, integrity. Right, I think you get the picture. So they recruited the best there was. I was between jobs at the time, so I gave them a chance, and finally the pack started to really make a difference. But I don't like to brag. Oh yes, I noticed, humble to the bone. Thank you for noticing. People at my level don't need to boast about our skills. Just like the sun doesn't need to prove it's bright. Anyhow, I already spoke more words to you than I think in the last 5 years to anybody, so it's time for you to go, and preferably don't come back. Ever. It was a great pleasure and a true honor. Yeah, I don't care. Leave now, and in return for giving away my location, deliver this delicious meal to Unigast and his favorite, a knuckle sandwich. Do you want me to hit him in the face? Did I stutter? No, sir. Of course, sir. I'm on my way, sir. All right. It's great meeting him. Seems like a true charmer. I forget where my weapon is. 2? Is it a 2? Okay, great. Let's go back. We now have to deliver a knuckle sandwich to Unigast. I'm sure he'll appreciate that. Okay, I don't want a wolf. No wolves. I have a stick and I know how to use it. Don't want to be bothered. You know what? I just had this thought. I know it's kind of getting late and stuff, but there was... Hold on. Easily distracted, but there was that little section that looked like it was broken at this gate part, and I kind of wanted to see it a little bit more. This one right here. So see, it looks like something broke it off, and it looks like something fell. Oh, sure. I'll take some mead. Why not? You never know when you could use a stiff drink. What the hell? I heard somebody yell. I don't want to deal with the lynx. I don't know what the fuck a lynx is, and I don't want to deal with it. So, sorry, bro. That sounds like that sucks down there. Hope you're chill. Okay, we have to go get water, or our character is thirsty. Ooh, we also need to check our trap, too. Okay, we've got lots of places to go, lots of people to see. We're becoming quite popular here. Perfect. Hey, duckies. People are walking around with their torches, which I understand is kind of hard to see now. So our next goal is to talk to Unigast. We just have to try to find him. It says that we're getting closer. Is he, in here? Oh, he's in his home. Just gonna walk right in, not even gonna ask how he's doing. It's always nice to see you, Rekmir. Unigast, hello. I've talked with Samber. He's a real sweetheart, isn't he? The sweetest, like a jar of honey. That's Samber for you. And Rekmir says, I see. He did tell me about my uncle, though. The story about the Lord of the Orchards. And Unigast says, he had some unexpectedly good storytelling skills, doesn't he? Rekmir says, yes, he really does. I was downright astonished by that. Unigast said, one time, I swear he went for over a year without speaking a single word. But when he was sitting by the fire, he remembered some anecdote, laughed out loud, and began his tale. Went from a total mute to the master of ceremonies. The narrative was so gripping, it was hard not to listen. He even did voices, but after finishing, he became silent again. I never fully understood that side of him. Wow, he's got depth, layers. A theater genius trapped in the body of a bear wrestler. He actually asked me to give you something. Unigast said, really? And what is that? Rekmir says, a knuckle sandwich? Yeah, that sounds exactly like Samber. So are you going to deliver? Can't. Afraid that I've lost it somewhere on the way. Smart lad. But if he asks, I'll tell him you knocked me out cold. Just out of curiosity, what did Samber tell you about him becoming part of the pack? Rekmir says, he said that you were looking for the best to recruit and that he was an obvious choice. Unigast said, yeah, that seems like something he would say. And then Rekmir said, well, he was clearly full of crap. Unigast said, it's not a pleasant memory, but I believe you deserve to know the whole story. We didn't recruit him. Well, I guess we did. Lorden did, but that wasn't a matter of choice. When Lorden and I started to follow his mission together, we were rather successful. Everything was going smoothly, too easy even. We were doing a lot of good, putting many well-deserved smiles on oppressed faces. That's when we let our guard down. Unigas said, there was a secret guild formed by a few of the higher-ranking knights and barons. We called them the Vendors. Bunch of really heartless bastards. Their most lucrative business was selling a living merchandise. And no, I'm not talking about animals. Please don't say it. Yeah, please don't. Slavery was strictly forbidden in that realm. The queen was adamant about that. Well, the Vendors had their own set of rules to follow. They caged them like cattle. Mostly women and children forced to fight rats for the poor little rations they were being given in the damp dungeon they were held in. The guild preferred quantity over quality, so they didn't care about diseases and they didn't tend to the wounds. Rakmir says, I think I'm going to be sick. Sometimes it took them weeks to get the dead out of cages, survival of the fittest, or rather, outlasting of the least fortunate. It was simply horrible. If you ask me, all the damned guild deserved a cruel and slow death. But that wasn't how we operated. Lorda made it very clear that from that day, we were never to take a life. That was the most important of rules. Anyway, we managed to get everyone out. The carriages full of broken people, even the horses kept their heads low, mourning. The despair in the air was even more poisonous than the stench of the rotting flesh, and in all that, we forgot to make ourselves safe as well. We were caught by the mercenaries who brought us to the torture chamber. Yeah, this gruesome place had even a worse room hidden inside. The Vendors weren't in their patient mood, so they sent their worst torturer right away. I was horror-struck, truly petrified, could barely breathe. Lorden didn't say a word, just looked at me. His eyes were relaxed but focused. I realized he wanted me to be calm as well, but I just couldn't. He went first. The torturer strapped Lorden to a chair and just started swinging. His fists were like anvils. Every hit drew blood or broke bones. In a matter of seconds, Lorden's face looked like a bloody pulp. The only thing poking through it was his smile. It was one of the many times I wondered if he was even human. The torturer quickly realized that he needed different tools for such a unique specimen and went to grab his blades. That's when Lorden started talking. He was making him offers, one after another, but the torturer just kept carving his torso like he was preparing a steak to be grilled. There was so much blood, I could taste it in my mouth. I wanted to pass out, just run away from all of it, but I couldn't. My heart was pounding way too fast. Ekvir says, that's horrible. Unigas said, suddenly the torturer stopped. He looked at me and back at Lorden. This was the only thing he said. If you're lying, you're going to watch me do the same to him. I was about to puke, but Lorden just nodded. He untied us both and helped us escape. There were more mercenaries on our way. Heavily armed, no one stopped us. Even they were terrified of that guy. We managed to get out in one piece. Well, we managed to get out alive. Lorden's wounds wouldn't heal for weeks, and even after that, he was scarred so badly. It looked like he had a chainmail stitched to his skin, but he had escaped death, and its emissary became one of us. Oh, the torture, it was Samber, wasn't it? Yes. I have no words. I'm so sorry this happened to you. Don't be. The path we walked on, it was our choice. We knew the risk. You knew the risk? That was the risk? Why? Why, though? I'm sweating right now. Why? How could you want a person like that amongst your troop? You think I wanted that cutthroat anywhere near me? I couldn't get a wink of sleep with him around for days. I was constantly watching my back, watching his every move. So why didn't you blow him off? That's simple. Lorden made a deal with him, promised him the only thing that mattered to that brute, which was money. A whole lot more than what the guild was paying him, and a cut from every heist that we did. But couldn't you just pay him off or run away? that's not the way Lorden did things. He was a master liar, but when he gave someone his word for real, he never backed down. Besides, as we later found out, Samber wasn't evil in his nature. He was just a true soldier, did what was asked of him. Lorden spent hours talking with him, explaining our rules of conduct. Samber never broke any of them, not once. That's incredible. Your lives, I mean. I don't think I would be able to handle all of that. Honestly, I hope you will never have to. I've been through a lot, and after all these years, the thing I wish you most is to have a boring and steady life. Ugh, bless, same. I wish that for me too. Compared to your life, a boring life sure sounds pleasant. Then I have a special request for you that will help achieve that boredom. Sure thing. What do you need? I need you to go to the Barrow, find Ida, and get my scythe back from her. Consider it done. So that's our next mission here, but it's getting kind of late, as you can tell. So I think what's good is that we're going to head back and we'll go to sleep. We don't have any meat. Well, we do. We have the rabbit meat. Oh, rabbits. Look at the moon. We'll do the other mission. We'll get into chapter 3 and we'll get that one started. What do you think? What do you think, team? So we're still surviving. We're still existing for this season. It looks like it's going to be a rainy day. Oh, it is. Quite rainy. Okay, we have to go to the Barrow, which I think is actually quite close to where we are. It's basically right down the road. So we'll go that way. Oh, shoot. You know what? Darn it. I just thought, I had this thought, we should put some of our stuff away because we are carrying too much right now, which is going to make us slower. But we're going to be moving like, I don't know. What moves slow? Snails. Slugs. Oh my god, slugs are so adorable. Turtles. Armadillos. I feel like armadillos probably move slow. Do possums move slow? Opossums? They move slow, right? The biggest debate of all time. How do you say the word possum? Is it possum? Because like they start with an O. Or is it opossum? Okay, so we should probably, you know, all these feathers, I don't know what to do with these feathers, I'm going to be honest. So we're going to transfer them because I have no idea what to do with them. Let's put the strange deer figurines in here because I also don't know what to do with them too. Does it say what to do? A type of decoration. Strange deer figurines found in mud. Who might have created it? Yeah, that's where I'm at too. Like, do we think that Samber is sensitive enough to create deer figurines? I don't believe that for fucking anything. No, he was a torturer. I don't think that he was like, oh man, I'm so delicate and sensitive on the inside. I'm just going to create some deer figurines to really show this side of me that no one gets to see. Like, no, please. I wonder though, we should like separately go and like find all the deer figurines and see where it leads to. Because it must lead to something, right? You think there's anything good on this road? Don't know. Wouldn't be able to tell. Can't see anything. I like that they have like nice little trails for us. I trust the trails. I like trails. Don't veer off trails. I've gotten lost in so many woods and every day I'm like, it's amazing that I survived that experience because I veered off the trail. Don't do that. Random advice from Dee that nobody asked for. Is this it? Is this where we need to go? I feel like, oh yeah, we're super close. Oh, maybe this is the person. Hello, Ada? Oh, let me put away my weapon. Ma'am, Ida. Hey, Ida, what's going on? I like your braid there. That looks very nice. Hello, Ida. I'm here for you, Nagath's Scythe. Hello, do I know you? Take a hike, kid. I want it fair and square. One? Huh, that little snake didn't even tell you about that, huh? That figures. I don't know what you mean. He only wanted me to get his scythe back. He didn't say anything else. It's not my scythe now. Okay, relax. What can I do to get your scythe then? You can buy it from me, of course, or we could play for it. What's the game? The same that made Unigas lose all of his money and a scythe. The game of riddles. How is it played? Simple. I tell you 3 riddles. You must answer all of them correctly. One mistake and the game is over. You win, you get the scythe. And if I lose? I'll go easy on you this time. If you lose, you don't owe me anything. You just forfeit the chance of getting the scythe for free. Okay, hit me with the riddles. First one, what disappears the second you say its name? I would say silence, because the second you say silence, you're no longer silent. Correct. Ready for the next one? Here it is. Feed me and I live, yet give me a drink and I die. What am I? That would be fire. Oh, you're good. Better than Mr. Big Castellan already. But can you get this final one? Listen carefully. I can fly, but have no wings. I can cry, but I have no eyes. Wherever I go, darkness follows me. What am I? You are a cloud, my friend. Imagination.
Imagination.
Imagine if imagination was described in this way. It can fly, but it has no wings. It can cry, but it has no eyes. Wherever I go, darkness follows me. Like, just imagine if that was like...
Imagination.
A cloud. Damn, you're sharp. Congratulations, you win. An old man's crappy scythe. It doesn't get better than that. Thank you for the game. I had fun. Take care. Goodbye. Cool. Well, that was easy peasy lemon squeezy, I must say so myself. Okay, so I feel like we can literally just like follow this pathway down a little bit more and then we end up back at Gastovia. Ooh, there's a little mushroom. Hi, mushroom. Don't you think I'm not going to pick you up? Of course I will. Squee. Are we close to him? I feel like we're getting... Okay, maybe he's up here a little bit? Is he just like in the woods? Oh, is he on the other side of this fence? Oh, for God's sakes. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. You know, in a town so friendly, why do we have a fence with giant stakes in it? Someone respond. Why? We're trying to get rid of vampires? Where's the little devil? Oh, I see. Hey. 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 Talk to us through the fence. Come on. Okay. Great. I'll just go around. Don't worry about it. But no, gotta get right up and personal. Hey, Unigast. Hey, Unigast. I've got your scythe. You're back already? Yeah, we moved at the speed of light, man. Splendid. Were there any troubles on your way? Not at all. Good lad. I have news. Samber is looking for you. For me? Are you sure? I've been told he asked about the one with funny eyes and a stupid face. I see. Okay, then. I won't prolong this humiliation and we'll go find him. Our reputation is just increasing left and right like the badasses we are. I don't know what the reputation does. I don't know what that means, but... Alright, let's go talk to Samber. I think the night is still young. Okay, don't attack me, please. Wolf. Wolfie. Don't do it, okay? Alright, let's talk to our friend here. Hey, buddy. Hey, Samber. What took you so long? Sir, I literally just learned about this today. You need to kill it. Whoa, whoa, easy. What are you talking about? The blasted owl, of course. Can you hear it? What owl? I don't hear anything. Are you deaf? How can you not hear it? I can't stand it. Try to calm down and describe the problem to me if you want my help. I can't sleep because of that damn bird. It hoots and hoots and hoots. I want it dead. Why can't you deal with it yourself? I don't hunt anymore. Are you serious? You literally live in a hunter's lodge. I didn't build this place. The hunter died a while ago and just took it. I like it. At least I did before this bloody owl showed up. If you don't mind me asking. I do mind you asking. Do you buy your meat now? I don't see you keeping any animals. Listen to me, you little brat. I don't have to explain myself to you. Not now and not ever. But if it will make you shut up, no, I don't buy any meat. Lately, I tend to eat mostly vegetables and grains. That's exactly what my food eats. Damn, you're so annoying. During my life, I did some things, bad things. Things that shouldn't be done, nor by me, nor by anyone. It changed me when I met your uncle. He helped me atone, at least in some way. So when our ways parted, I made a promise to myself. No more violence, no more blood on my hands. But if you keep getting on my nerves, I may just revoke my promise. Do you want that? Excuse me, dear sir. I have an owl to hunt. Okay, bye. Boing. Okay, so there's supposed to be an owl. Okay, we're in the right area, so it's close by. Ooh, there's more figurines too. You can... Is that a person? Hey, bud. Why do you look like you got war paint on? What are you doing here? Go away, I'm working. Oh, I believe it is. You're the damned owl, aren't you? It's none of your business. Do you even know what you're doing? No idea what you're talking about, mate. I'd leave it if I were you. Okay, I'm reading this out of order. I'm suddenly realizing. Let's try this again. Yeah, earning the easiest coins in my life. That's all that matters to me. Oh, really? Well, I've just been sent to kill this noisy owl. Are you trying to threaten me? Be very careful of your next words. Not at all. It's not me you should be afraid of, but my employer. Yeah, and who's that supposed to be? Samber. Well, I don't know any say... Wait, did you say Samber? That's right. Listen, man, I don't want any trouble. I was just hired to come in here from time to time and pretend to be an owl. I had no idea I was crossing your boss. I'll leave and never come back. Please just let me be. Relax. Just tell me who hired you and be on your way. It was Woolrad. He lives in a place called Tutki. That's all I know. I swear. I believe you, and I hope I won't regret that, because if I do, you won't. That's the truth, and I'll never come back here again. All right, then. You go now. Okay, bye. So he was going to go make out with me first. Sambor. Hey, sir. I took care of your owl. Is it dead? No, but he's gone and won't be back. He? I know that it will sound mental, but that wasn't really an owl. It was a man hired to pretend to be one? What are you talking about? It's absurd. Believe me, I know. He was supposedly hired by a man called Woolrat. Do you know him? Haha, that son of a bitch. He really got to me. So you do. Of course I know him. He was one of us, the Undying Fist. Was he really? The owl said he lives in a place called Tutki. Yes, it's not far from here. He lives there with his family selling donkeys. I guess that fits because he was always an ass. I would love to meet him. And you will, because you will deliver a parcel for me. Okay, no problem. What is it? A special surprise, but you need to come back later. I need some time to prepare it. Actually, come back tomorrow. I'll make it grander. All right, see you tomorrow. Dude, this is the type of dude that would prepare, like, shit. Like, he would put shit in a bag and then, like, have me deliver that. I feel like that's what he's fucking preparing. He's not going to, like, bake some cookies. You think he's going to bake some cookies? Doubtful. I think what we can do is we're just going to camp out here. Well, this looks like a fine spot here, you know. Perfect. Okay, we're going to sleep to the next day. Quest complete. We're going to go back to Sambor. What is it now? Is the parcel ready? Yes, all nice and warm and ready. Did you say warm? No, did you? I'm pretty sure that... Here it is. Go to Tutki. Tutki and give it to Woolrad himself. As you wish. All I know is that we're thirsty and hungry. Is there water nearby? There's water down this way, but... I mean, we could just try to make it back in time. I think it'll be fine. Oh, man, I just can't get over how beautiful it is. Like, right when you reach this part of the hill, like, look at that. Let's just take it in for a second, you know? Wherever you are, just take in the moment. This moment. It's beautiful. It's really funny because today it's perfectly beautiful outside, too. And, like, I could take in the moment by actually going outside. But I'm not going to. Man, it's like Duck City over here. Where are all the ducks at? Perfect. Okay. Thirst quenched. Okay, Tutki is actually kind of far away. All right, let's go. Okay, are we close? Nope, literally so far away. None of those are signs to where we're headed. Ooh, but there's a mushroom right here. Wow. Okay. Oh, cool. Maybe this will let us know where we need to go next. Oh, there we go. What is this? Rye bread? Heck yeah. Oh shoot, now we're carrying too much. Well, man, a couple loaves of bread really did us over, didn't it? Okay, this must be the town. Woo, we made it to Tutki. Okay, now we just need to find that guy. Oh my gosh, it's you. Whoa, rad. Excuse me. Well, I'll be damned. Excuse me? One is bright, the other dark, both filled with a spark. Your eyes, you must be Rakmir. Well, it's actually Never mind. How do you know my name? I knew your Uncle Lord, and besides, I've always been good with names, Ranagast. What are you doing here? I would never think to see you in the flesh. Samber sent me to you. He asked me to deliver this parcel. Oh, my sweet child, I would throw that away immediately if I were you. What? Why? Well, taking that I know this guy for about 20 years and that I can smell this parcel from over here, I can guarantee you that it contains his feces. Gross. What the heck is wrong with him? Well, he couldn't fool a master prankster, but he sure pulled a number on you, a number 2. I guess it's kind of funny. I've been doing practical jokes to this sack of muscles for decades. If you could have only seen some of my best work, good memories. Yeah, I bet. Anyway, I hope that bag of crap was not the only thing bringing you to me. Of course not. I've been actually talking with Unigast and Samber about the pack. So you know, amazing. I was afraid that I'll let the cat out of the bag. We had to be very careful not to share our business with anyone, always trying to be invisible, anonymous. Well, that must have been weird for Lorden when he became the Castellan. All this attention. My uncle was the Castellan? Yes, he was, and Unigast took over that position after he died. Didn't you know that? No, Unigast never mentioned it. Must have slipped his mind. I would love to hear more stories. I'm trying to learn as much as I can about my uncle. Good thing you found me then. I love reminiscing all of the adventures of the menacing phantoms. Menacing phantoms? These names keep getting worse. That was the name of the pack. They didn't tell you that? Those old farts and their memory problems. I'm going to tell you all about it, but first I need your help. You see, a large pack of wolves formed in the forest nearby. I'm afraid that they will attack us at any moment now. Oh my, that sounds really serious. It is. That's why I need to build a palisade as soon as possible. I already have a plan for it. It won't be as much as a palisade, but a wooden maze all around Tutki. That way, the wolves will get lost, confused, and less likely to attack. Well, that doesn't sound right. I've got all the necessary tools. All I need is some logs, and that's where I need your help. Sure thing. I can help you gather some materials. How much logs do you need? I believe 1,000 will do. 1,000 you can't be. Quickly. Ram pam pam. Honestly, if I ever get another cat, I'm going to name it Ram pam pam. There's no time to waste. Bring him 1,000 logs? Oh my god, no, we can't do that by the end of the season. Give me a break, my broski. No, where are you going? Where are you walking off to? No, you don't just run into that person. Hey, Walrad. What's troubling you, Rudolph? Just to make things clear, you were pranking me with the logs, right? Also, what's hilarious too is that this is how I remember everybody's name too. I just give them different names. Look at that side eye he's giving us.
Bombastic side eye.
What do you mean? The wolves are... Yeah, you got me. I was just messing around. But there is something I'd like you to help me with, actually. I need you to kill my cow. Right. Is it sentenced for treason? Probably collaborated with those wolves, huh? I'm afraid this time it's not a joke. We've bought this cow a few years back. His name is... Marla? Her name is Marla. She stopped giving milk a while ago. My wife insists that we butcher her because soon the meat will become inedible. But I just can't. She feels like a part of our family now. Kids grew up along with her. We're all sharing memories together. You share memories with the cow? Oh, don't be like that. You know what I mean. Will you put her down? Just do it for our site. I don't really want to kill the cow, man. I feel bad. Oh, shoot. I clicked the wrong one. Okay, I'll talk to Amanda. Are you Amanda? Hey, Amanda. Hello. Hello, you're Woolrad's wife, I presume. That's me, Amanda, and you are? My name is Rekmir. I'm Lordan's nephew, or rather, I was. I'm sorry, honey. I've never met your uncle, but Woolrad and him sure were close friends. What can I help you with? I'm actually here to help you with your problem. Woolrad told me about Marla. Oh, are you going to help this big baby with slaughtering it? No. So you're just useless as him. Why don't you do it yourself then? What do you mean? Why don't you kill the cow? You're clearly the one bothered with it. And why would I? She's just... It's a man's job. Okay. My mother used to kill chickens all the time when I was little. Of course I could do it as well, but he should be the one to learn how to deal with tough choices, hard decisions. Woolrad is too soft for this world. Did he ever tell you what him and Lordan did for a living? Yeah, they were traveling merchants of some sort. Why do you ask? No reason. Listen, I might be out of line, but I don't think you should force your husband like that. You are out of line, young man, and I don't know anybody that would get attached to a farm animal like that. It's not weakness, it's compassion, and it should be cherished, not punished. But he's so, you're right. He's just the way he is, and I do love him for it. I guess we'll manage without meat this season. Money is tight at the moment. I don't know my way around a bow and a spear. We don't have a bow. And I don't want to tell them the advice either that it's something that money can't buy is that they have each other because, like, that's not helpful. Not for starving for a season. I'm sure you'll get by. We have each other. Yeah. You're right again. Thank you, Rekmir. Bye. Okay, talk to Woolrad. You got it. Oh, there he is. Sorry, pardon me. How'd it go? What would you say if I told you that Marla is all well and Amanda's happy with it? I would call you a liar, kiss you, and propose. You better make me the happiest man in the valley then, hubby. Are you serious? How did you accomplish that? I guess you'll never know. I can live with that, kiddo. Thank you, Rapunzel. Thank you a million times over. What about a story about the pack, then? Naturally, a deal is a deal, my friend. Before meeting Lordan and the pack, I was... I guess you could call me gambling artist or professional dice player, but it would be simpler to call me a common crook. I was traveling from the tavern to tavern where I would cheat using my special dice and earn some money. I was pretty decent with my act, but Lordan saw through me right away. His eyes were burning a hole in my palm while I was switching the dice, and when I dared to glance his way, he smiled at me. Even though he knew I was cheating and lost playing with me, he didn't say a thing, paid up, shook my hand, and left the table. I was intrigued like never before, so I followed him. I saw him meeting up with the rest of the pack, so I followed them too. I don't even know when I lost sight of Samber, but suddenly he grabbed me from behind. The giant picked me up with the throat with one hand, threatened to kill me if he sees me one more time. That must have been terrifying. Smart thing to do would be to run and stay away from those people, but I never been a smart man, so I kept on following them. Next time, Samber added beating to the threat. I couldn't see for 2 weeks out of my left eye, but I didn't stop. They were more and more annoyed with me, so they just started to ignore me instead. It didn't bother them that I was following them. Then it stopped bothering them that I was riding near them, then with them. So I started camping with them as well. Eat with them. Finally, one day, when they entered a tavern, I sat with them at the table, and Lordan just passed me a cup and a plate, just like he did for everyone else. Unigost asked me about my name, and that was it. I was part of the family. So you were like a stray dog that didn't want to go away. Exactly that. I know how stupid it sounds, pathetic really. But looking back, that was the best decision I've ever made. Sure, they were making fun of me from time to time, treating me differently at first. I was the youngest of them all, but after a while, I really felt like one of them, and I knew they loved me. That's really beautiful. I never forgot my first mission. We were tricking a countess into signing over her mansion to the orphanage. It was amazing. I felt ecstatic, and just at the same time, a noble crook. Without any guilt, but a sense of achievement, and I did good. Even Lordan's right hand said so. You mean Unigast? Unigast? Well, he and Lordan were certainly like brothers, but I believe it was always clear for everybody that it was Kestrel who was second in command. Kestrel? Who's that? They didn't tell you about her? Well, then I won't as well. It's not my story to tell. You should go and talk to Unigast. I will. It was an immense pleasure meeting you, Wolrad. And for me as well. Lordan would have liked you. I can promise you that. Till next time, Ratatouille. Till next time. Okay, so our next mission is to talk to Unigast. So I'm going to have us set up camp. I think that this season is up, which means we're going to complete chapter 2 during this session, which is awesome. Can we craft anything? Yeah, we got some meats. Not enough. We had 1 meat. All right, let's go to sleep. Sleep to the next season, man. Okay, so we completed chapter 2 of Survivalist. Now we have chapter 3. So we have to complete some quests for neighbors, and then we have to successfully try flirting. And then we also need to talk to Unigast for the next time. So with that said, let's real quick too. I realized I didn't go through here. I don't know if this stuff kind of interests others, but we did gain a lot of skill sets too. So we gained some hunting skill sets. We got a 1 here. So let's pick something. I think a steady hand would be helpful. So let's buy that. So we'll buy a steady hand. Cool. And then we also have diplomacy skills too. We have to flirt in the next one, so maybe it's worth buying flirting. So we're going to buy some flirting. We're going to be a Romeo here, but we'll leave it here for now. I'm going to save it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did watch it, give it a like, put some comments in there too. It helps not only the YouTube algorithm, but lets me know that you're still enjoying this gameplay. If you enjoy gaming channels, my brother and I also have a gaming channel that will be on the end card after this conclusion is finished. And we play usually on Saturdays, and we try to play like horror games or any nostalgic games too. So if you enjoy that, please join us there on Saturdays for a couple of hours. And as usual, I hope you have a good evening, day, wherever you are. And of course, keep it simple, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!